blood is thicker than water, but Iman is thicker than blood. That's your brother that you look down at. That's your sister that you are reviling. What? Because of her color, because of her nationality, because of her tribe, because of their class, because of their postcode. In this first hadith, we learn Islam, how much it hates the concept of racism, tribalism, nationalism, or sectarianism, or whatever else it might be. Anything that breaks you off from being a Muslim who's upon the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. This hadith is going to shock you, and I'm confident that most of you probably never even heard it before. The Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned, "Man ta'azza bi'aza'il jahiliyyah." Anyone who boasts or consoles based on his lineage, his tribe, his nationality, his race, his color, his ethnicity. Anyone who does that, then what did the Prophet ﷺ say? He said, say to him, فَعِدُّوهُ بِهَنِ أَبِيهِ. Tell him to bite his father's private part. Tell him to bite onto his father's private part. Does that sound shocking to you? That is how repulsive the concept of being proud of your tribe, or being proud of your race or your nationality is. Because if a person is proud or happy or boastful because of their tribe, the tribe is something that's based on lineage. And lineage is based on the fathers. يَتْبَعُ الْإِبْنُ فِي انْتِسَابٍ أَبَاهُ وَلِأُمٍّ فِي الرِّقِّ وَالْحُرِّيَّةِ. A person follows his father when it comes to lineage. A person follows his father when it comes to lineage. So you're proud of your tribe because your dad and your dad's dad and your dad's dad. So what is the transition from one generation within that tribe to the next generation? How did you end up being a part of this tribe? You came from your dad's genitals. That's where it started from. The seminal fluid that came out of his private parts, from which you came out and entered inside of your mother. That is your origin. That is the origin of your tribe. That is the origin of your race. That is the origin of your ethnicity, of your nationality. That's where it is. So if you're proud of your tribe, my brother, you're proud of your race or the color of your skin, what you're really saying is, I'm proud of my father's genitals. So if you like it that much, go hold on to it. And no one's going to do that, right? Because the moment someone says to you, فَعِدُّوهُ, go and bite it. What? Your father's private part. You're going to feel grossed out. You're going to say, that's repulsive. How can anyone go and do that? Bite it. Touch. I don't even want to look at it. Let alone touch it or bite it. A'udhu billah. I don't even want to look at it. But you want to look at yourself and your tribe and your nation as something great. You want to wave your flag. You want to boast about the color of your skin, your fathers, your forefathers. You want to boast about that. But that is a product of genitals. That's really what it is. That is a product of something that you see to be lowly. So the Prophet ﷺ is really giving you a very powerful paradigm shift here. This is not something great. It's not something to be proud of. If it is, then go do that. And the Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala anhum would implement this advice of the Prophet ﷺ. One time, Ubay ibn Ka'ab radiallahu ta'ala anhu saw a man who was boasting about his tribe and what it was. And he told him, he said, go and bite your father's private part. The people looked at him and they said, we didn't know you to be someone who's fahish. Ubay, we didn't know you to be someone who speaks in this way, in this filthy way. He said, no, it's not filthy. This is what the Prophet ﷺ told us to say. Now some might say, but the Prophet ﷺ told us not to speak in a foul way, and we have other evidences that show us not to speak in a foul way. There's a great kitab by the noble scholar Imam al-Tahawi. It's called Mushkil al-Athar, in which he brings a hadith that people think from the apparent they seem like they contradict one another, but it shows there's a reconciliation, there's no contradiction. He mentions that when it comes to this hadith of the Prophet ﷺ instructing that that a person should be spoken to in this direct way, without using a metaphor, directly speak to him in this way if he is boastful about his tribe. He said, and then the other hadith that it seemingly seems to contradict the ones that tell a person to not speak in a foul way, he said there's a difference here. Those hadith that tell you not to speak in a foul way is referring to a person who doesn't deserve to be spoken to in a foul way. But this person who deserves to be spoken to in this way, to wake him up, to make him realize how filthy it is that which he is attributing and connecting himself to. The Sahaba were very tough with this issue. Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu, based on this teaching of the Prophet ﷺ, he sent out a letter to the army. He sent out a letter. He said, إِذَا تَدَاعَتْ الْقَبَائِلِ, if the people, they call based on their tribes. And remember, the Arabs were tested with tribes, but we're tested with nationalism, we're tested with gangs, we're tested with the color of our skin. So this all comes under it. So if the people, they boast or they call each other and they're excited about these divisive things, look what he says, فَضْرِبُوهُمْ بِالسَّيْفِ. He says, strike them with the sword. It's a serious thing in our religion, brothers and sisters. You think it's as simple as putting up a tweet and insulting another group or another nation, so we've got these meme pages, we make fun of other tribes and other groups and other nationalities and people's, these kind of things. Umar would punish the person by the sword. He said, حَتَّى يَصِيرُوا إِلَى دَعْوَةِ الْإِسْلَامِ, until they come back to the calling of Islam. What is the calling of Islam? To refer to not call him, oh white man, oh black man, oh Arab, oh Pakistani. We're not saying it's wrong to identify and know that we are from these different regions and places, as will become apparent in the series, but to do it in a boastful way, to excite. No, oh Muslims, that's the call of Islam. And to conclude, inshallah ta'ala, Abu Musa radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when he was in Basra, he lashed a man. He whipped and lashed a man 50 times for responding to a call of Jahiliyyah. Not the one making the call, he's got his own punishment and problem. There's one who makes the call. Yo, so and so, you're from my people, look at us, look at the way we are. Yo, he's from my block, he's my guy. He calls out like that, right? Oh, look at he's the same color skin as me. He's the guy calling. No, Abu Musa, forget him, he's got his own punishment. The guy who responds says, yo, my brother, yeah, that's us, that's me, that's us. The one who calls to that response, he lashed him 50 times. This is how low this issue of racism is in our religion, tribalism, nationalism, gangs, whatever it might be, classism. It's very filthy. And the Prophet ﷺ's guidance told us to revile it and look down it in this way, and the people to be punished in this way. Of course, these capital punishments are not to be inflicted or carried out by the individuals, but it's done by the Islamic State. The Prophet ﷺ said, anyone who dies in this way, فَلَيْسَ مِنْ أُمَّتِي, he's not from my nation. So you die defending your tribe and your nation. You're a Pakistani or a Bengali or a Somali or a Malaysian. You're so happy and so proud. You want to die for that. But then the Prophet said, you're not from my nation. Hey guys, I really hope that you benefited from that video. Before you go, I want to ask you a really important question. Have you guys ever thought about studying Islam and seeking knowledge? If not, then I want you to reflect upon this hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. The Prophet said that seeking knowledge is obligatory upon every single Muslim. Of course, that doesn't mean you have to be a scholar, but you have to know the basics in order for you to be the best possible slave and worshipper of Allah that you can possibly be. So we decided to provide a solution for this. You see, many people want to study, but they don't have the means or the resources to do so. So we set up an online institute called the Knowledge College, where you can study Islam from the comfort of your own home. So if you want more information on the Knowledge College and you'd like to sign up, go to the link below, check out the website, and hopefully we'll see you on the other side. Assalamu alaikum.